Good evening, everyone. My name is Miss Bush, and welcome to my remote version of Back to School Night. I teach Integrated Math 2, and I'm also the cheerleading advisor at Santiago. Here is my Bitmoji classroom. There's lots of resources on here for students to be using. Some of them they'll use daily, some weekly. Google Classroom is our main website that we will be doing all of our assignments on. Remind is my main source of communication, so students need to follow me on Remind so they can get my text messages. I encourage parents to follow me on Remind too, because you're able to text me a quick question and I can reply to you. Also, I appreciate an echo at home. So if I'm mentioning an upcoming quiz or assignment that's due, you can kind of follow up and make sure your student's doing it. I love the participation and the help. Thank you. Quizzes is a website that I use to kind of check for their understanding, practice questions, see where they're struggling, see where they're doing good, so I can continue to build on the stuff that we're working on. Desmos is a website that is a calculator where they can graph and they can also multiply or other forms of math that we might be working on. Zoom is my main source of my meetings. So at the beginning of fourth period every day, we will have a Zoom meeting. We'll take notes, I'll answer questions, and we'll just try to work on whatever we can for a little bit. Khan Academy is the next thing on here, and it's a great website for students to get extra practice, watch another video, double check something, review something. So I encourage them to go on to Khan Academy, and they can just look up a topic that they want to get a little extra practice with. In my window over here with this gorgeous beach view is the virtual calming room from Corona North Coast School District. Here is sources of meditation, relaxation, yoga, and different ways for students or anybody to unwind and just kind of help them relax and reset. Okay, let's move on to slide 2. In slide 2, I have all of these linked. So if you're on slide 2 and you want to click on something, we can just click on it and then you can go to that page. So these are the different things that we'll be covering: a little about me, Google Classroom, grading, late work, Zoom, Remind, contact information, tutoring, and remote support hours, and supplies. So let's jump on into some of those. Okay, a little about me. My name is Miss Bush. This is my 7th year teaching. I have taught at Santiago for the 4 years. I did 3 years at Roosevelt. I'm a Santiago alumni, so I was in the same seats as a lot of your students are, and I came back because it's the best school and I love it. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology from Cal Poly Pomona. I attended Cal Baptist University for my master's in education, and that's also where I got my teaching credential. I also love to work for In-N-Out Burger. It seems silly that I'm still there since 2003, but it is one of the best companies ever. So when I have some free time, I still work at In-N-Out Burger, and the students usually love that. They like to ask me questions, or they'll run into me there and say hello. Jason and I have 2 kids. This is Riley, our son. He's going to be 12. And our daughter, Carrington, she's going to be 2.5 soon. This year, I'm teaching Math 2, and I'm the cheer advisor, and I love being a shark. I love being involved with school. I love going to the football games, and I look forward to hopefully seeing your students around besides in my classroom. There's lots of wonderful clubs and different activities on campus that I super encourage them to be a part of. Okay, next one. Google Classroom. This is our main website. Students should be logging on to here several times a week. All of our assignments, our notes, any videos that I want to post, links that I need to share, they need to go to Google Classroom, do the assignments, turn them in on there. Sometimes I'll have them take pictures and turn things in on there. They should all already be in there because we've been in school for over a month now. Parent Connect, this is your special link, parents. If you click on Parent Connect or look up Parent Connect for CNUSD, it will take you to the parent portal where you can keep an eye on your students' grades. I encourage checking it weekly, like maybe every Friday. Let's see how my son or daughter or niece or whoever I may be working with is doing, and that way we can stay in communication and stay on top of things. If we see a week of struggle or even a week of praise, like, you know what, you did awesome on that test, let's go get some ice cream tonight. So I encourage the participation. The students love it, and I think it's good to kind of keep them on their toes and even help them when they need some extra assistance. Okay, next one. Okay, grades. So our grades are typical 90 to 100, 80 to 89 for A, B, C, D, F. Anything below a 60% is an F. Even a 58%. I know it's close, but they have plenty of opportunity to make up assignments, retake quizzes, and such. So they should be able to strive for at least a D. I super encourage a C or better because a lot of colleges won't recognize a D. So I try to keep my students in the ABC range. I know math is not everybody's favorite. I'm hoping by the time they're done with my class, they enjoyed a little bit more than maybe they did at the beginning. Here's another link for grades this year is 60% will be assessments. So tests, quiz, whatever else I feel like belongs in that category. And 40% will be pretty much everything else. So our homeworks, our extra practices, maybe notes, pictures that I ask them to share, Google Slides, any kind of little other assignments I'll put into the regular assignment category. Here is a link to the syllabus. All parents and guardians should have already gone through this a few weeks ago at the beginning of the school year and submitted it back to me. Again, feel free to try that link. Next slide. Okay, late work. I do accept late work. I understand we all come from different backgrounds, different responsibilities at home. I know during this pandemic, things can be a little more challenging. So I do accept late work. However, I don't want it to become a bad habit. So please turn them in on time as often as possible. The later it is, the more credit that students will lose. So they might only get partial credit on an assignment. So please try to complete assignments as soon as possible. But I know that life happens and I'm willing to work with them. Also have them text me on Remind if something comes up or they need to just, let me know about a certain thing that might affect them that week or, an extra day or something like that. I just don't want them to have any bad habits or make it a long-running problem because they'll lose too many points. If they need to retake a quiz or something, I would like them to try to do it within a week. If they're absent or something, we can arrange whatever we need to. Okay, Zoom expectations. As a reminder, we do meet at the beginning of every fourth period. Okay, whether it's for a half an hour or an hour. I do like checking in with them. It's my way of taking attendance. We'll maybe have a daily question. We'll do some notes. I'll answer any questions the students might have. I might show them something online I want them to view. We might do some little activity or something. So please come to the Zoom meetings. We will be having them every fourth period. These are some of our expectations. Obviously, be on time. Try to eat some breakfast. I don't mind if they bring a snack with them to class. I want them to be fueling their brains. That's very important. Be presentable. Try to be present. I want their brains to be working even if it's behind a computer. Try to stay focused. Participate as often as you can. I love reading the chats and when students unmute themselves and ask a question that can help all of us. And, most of them are pretty good. They have their self muted unless they need to say something. Okay, Remind messages. Here's our communication. Parents, if you would like to add to my Remind, you can download the free app or you can just send a text message to the phone number 81010 and with the message at MathShark2. Now you do have to have the at on the beginning or it won't give me the code. So once you type in this code, you'll get dropped into my class and then you'll start receiving text messages from me. If that doesn't work for you or you don't want to participate in that, that's fine. Here is my email, crystal.bush@cnusd.k12.ca.us. Okay, and you can send messages to me on Remind or email. Those are the two best. Okay, next one. Tutoring and so our days are a little shorter right now. Support after lunch. So if students have questions, they want some tutoring time, they need to retake a quiz, whatever they might need, they should be doing it after lunchtime because technically they're still working. So if they need help with an assignment, this is the time to be reaching out to the teachers that day. I am on even blocks. Another teacher teaches on the odd blocks, so I'm a shared contract. So I will be available on the even block days during those times. And I'm there 1 through 6 days also. Well, I'm always available. I let my students text me anytime. So they can text me and remind me even on an odd day. Okay, I don't want them thinking they can't contact me at all. I'm just more available on my even days. So please always text me and remind, or email me if they have any questions. Students, please advocate for yourself, and parents and guardians, please remind them to do that. It's a little more challenging behind a computer. I can't walk around and check on them and really get to know them in person right now. So I need them to reach out, speak up when they need help, even if they're just typing in the chat, or they stay at the end of class and ask me a question, or they text me, whatever I can do to help them. But they need to kind of reach out and say, Ms. Bush, I need help with number 5, or whatever their questions might be. If these times don't work out, I don't want them to be stressed. So they are welcome to communicate with me, and we'll make some kind of arrangement so they can get the help that they need. Okay, let's go on. Supplies needed in order to be successful in the math class. They do need to have some kind of math notebook. It could be a spiral. I have some right here. Something like this is fine. As long as it has paper inside of it, they should be doing their notes one by one, day by day. We'll do warm-ups, reviews, everything, and should be going page by page. And hopefully they're staying organized. And when we do go back to the classroom, they'll already have it done and ready to just continue. And I will check these when we're in person. So I encourage something like those ones. They should already have a month worth of work in there. So if you want to ask them, hey, let me see your math notebook, we can kind of see how they're actually doing on organization from home. And if you have a question, you can email me or text me about it. Pencils and erasers are very expensive. Math is something we need to practice all the time, so they should be handwriting problems. I really like the color pens and highlighters. I like to color code a lot, and I think it helps the students make connections and refer back to their notes later, and they can kind of see what colors go together and the steps to help them out. A scientific calculator is important. I recommend students getting one they're comfortable using. I can help them learn how to use their specific calculator. Something like the calculator on the right is even better. It does order of operations a little bit better. Maybe $10 or so from Target or Amazon or something like that. So I highly recommend them getting a calculator they like using. And then Google Classroom, and always our Zoom meetings at the beginning of every 4th period. Thanks for stopping by, and I wish everybody a wonderful school year, and hopefully we'll be back to the classroom soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.